Hello everyone, welcome to my Tech TN channel. Today we are going to see how to write a custom XPath with the basic syntax. Before understanding or just checking the how to write the XPath, right, we need to see the HTML structure of a single element and how do we identify the element, not based on the look in the front end, just how the element is actually defined. So those things we need to understand so to write a proper XPath. So first thing is HTML element. Every element in the HTML will be having that open tag name and close tag name. So the first word with the anchor symbol that is called a tag name, and the same name would be ending with the slash symbol. Slash again the tag name. This is a close tag. So between the open and close tag, you will be having a text. The black one I have just marked highlighted in black, right? That is a visible text. So sometime you won't be having the visible text for the some element, so it would be empty. If you have any text in between the open and close, that is the text that is visible in the front end. And in between you have the attribute name, the key value pair combinations. Attribute name, the key one, key two, key one, key two. Similarly, you can have multiple. Those are all have called as attributes. So attributes will be having a two-part attribute name and attribute value. So here I have just given the example for the attribute one, name one, value one, attribute name two, value two. So this way, so this is a one simple structure of the HTML element. And in sometimes in the UI you will be having a button, but the button would not be actually defined as a button. So it may be a link, but in the front end they would be showing it as a button. So sometimes it would be a drop down, but it won't be actually a drop down. It looks like a drop down in the front end, but in the back end actually it may be handled in some other different way, like kind of a list box or some other way. So if you understand the element, what type of element it is actually defined in the backend or HTML, then only you can able to handle them in the effectively in the XPath and the Selenium automation. So the simple tips for the identifying the element based on the tag name I have given. These are all the very frequently used elements. So there are very so many number of elements we have. If the element is having the tag name as A, that is a link. If it's a select, it's a drop down. If it's input, that is used for the multiple purpose text box, radio button, checkbox, and few other elements also. So all these elements would be using the tag name as input. Okay, table, it's a web table in the HTML pages. And tier is a table row, the row in the table. TD is a table data, that is called a cell in the particular row. And here we have the XPath syntax. This is the syntax for the basic syntax for the XPath writing, but we can customize it is still a little more, like a multiple. Here I have given the example for single attribute. We have multiple attributes, partially and dynamic value matching, and even multiple attributes also like and or conditions, even partial and not. So many other ways we can able to customize and easily we can able to write the XPath. Okay, so that will be used for the even locating the unique element and or the duplicate element. It depends on your requirement. You would be just modifying the syntax, but this is the very basic syntax. From that only, we'll just add a few more key or method or some other additional multiple XPath also we can be able to combine. So these are all the things will be depending on the scenarios, what complexity we are going to face it. Let us take one example. Okay, so here I try to select the first checkbox here. Okay, so this is the complete HTML content for the particular checkbox. So if you want to select this checkbox and you want to write a export for this, you can go for first. If you want to go to this window, you can center of the right click on the center of the element and select inspect and press Ctrl F. There will be a find box will be opened. There you can go for the double slash. Actually the syntax I already explained, the export syntax tag name, right? Double slash tag name at attribute name and attribute value. So if this is the syntax, the same way we are going to follow. Double slash tag name of the element is input. Okay, and then you need to give the square bracket, and in between you have to give the attribute at attribute name equal to attribute value in the single quote. So at attribute name attribute name attribute name consider here I'm just taking the name attribute I'm taking. So type is one of the attribute name and value. Name is the attribute name and value. So two attributes we have, even value is the another one. Three attributes I have, whichever is more suitable for your case to locate this element, you can use it. If I just try for the name, right, name underscore email 2, email underscore 2 square bracket. So name is the attribute name, the value equal to single quotes the value. So now if I go for it, there are three elements are matching. All the three checkboxes are having, but as I already told, right, the XPath will be used to locate the multiple element, even a single or unique element, or sometimes you can locate the group of elements too. So it depends on the situation. So if I want to still, I need to go for the unique among the three, then I need to find some other attribute. So here also email to, here also email to. So value is different. So I can go for the value. So value is the additional attribute at value equal to 0. But when we have the multiple attributes, we need to go for the AND. Okay, so now this XPath you can use it. Thanks for watching. You can find the more detailed XPath in the next video. Thank you. Hit subscribe, drop your thoughts and comments, and share with your buddies.